Oral questions, the honourable member from Regina Capel.
Day after day brings new sordid details about the employment minister's scandal. And yesterday we learned that his company shares a mailing address with an international drug trafficker who's been busted for cocaine not once, but twice. He's been caught out in falsehoods, caught faking Indigenous identity to try to secure government contracts meant for real Indigenous people, and his company is under investigation for 9 fraud-related counts. Why on earth has the Prime Minister not fired this man?
Right.
The Honourable Minister for Employment and Workforce Development.
Mr. Speaker, as I said yesterday, I don't know the person referred to in that article. I've never met that person. It's stated in the article, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
The Honourable Member from Regina Capel.
Let's recap the scandal so far. He said he was Indigenous, even though he wasn't. He said his great-grandmother was Cree, even though she wasn't. He said there was another Randy working at the company, even though there wasn't, that he had nothing to do with the company while he was in cabinet, even though he was, and his company got a contract while he was sitting around the cabinet table. In a normal government, any one of those scandals would be cause for dismissal.
Yeah, that's right.
So why in this wacko Liberal government does this man still sit in cabinet?
And ask members to be very judicious in their use of words. The
Honourable Minister of Public Services and Procurement. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Minister has already answered this question many times. The question that we still haven't had an answer for is why the Conservative leader's scandal, who refuses to seek his security clearance and protect himself and his future members during the next election, what is he hiding? When he refuses to get information about the risks of foreign interference for the upcoming elections? Thank you. I would ask the honourable member to not speak until the chair recognizes him.
Regina Capel.
Well, we don't know what it'll take for this guy to get fired from this Prime Minister. We do know what will get you fired. Remember Jody Wilson-Raybould? Oh, yeah. She was fired for telling the truth about the Prime Minister's attempts to interfere in a criminal case. Here's what she had to say. A Prime Minister committed to true reconciliation would have removed this minister and the other Randy from cabinet long ago. Instead, we get to watch white people play Ancestry Wheel of Fortune. Ouch. How come under this Prime Minister, a strong Indigenous woman gets fired for telling the truth when a weak, fake Indigenous man gets to keep his job after lying?
Again, I'm going to ask the honourable member from Regina Capel, who once sat in this chair, to withdraw that one word which was directly used to another member, which would not be considered parliamentary, and ask the honourable member to do so.
I'll withdraw the word lying and replace it with telling falsehoods.
Yes.
The actual word. The word which was being used. I'm going to ask the honourable member to withdraw the word fake, please.
Sorry, just for the Speaker to clarify, the word fake, but the Minister did...
He faked all those things.
The Minister is now admitting that he's not Indigenous, so he intended to be something that he wasn't.
Colleagues.
Only one solution.
Colleagues, yesterday there were members who were asked to withdraw that very same word, and the member did. And so I'm going to ask the honourable member if he could please do so.
I will withdraw the word fake and replace it with either sham, imitation, counterfeit.
The honourable member.
Here all week. Try the deal.
Colleagues, I've always insisted, I'm going to ask all members please not to take the floor while the Speaker is addressing Parliament. When it has been the tradition of this place to ask very tough questions, to keep government accountable. It's important for government, of course, to provide very clear answers. But we try to do this in a way that allows people to treat each other with decorum and respect. And so the honourable member has sat in this chair in this position once before. Yesterday we asked a number of members to, when it was referring to a particular member, to withdraw that same word that I'm just asking for today. I just asked the honourable member just to withdraw that word so we could just move on.
Mr. Speaker, when I sat in that chair, I heard the word fake being used many, many times.
I will come back to this issue later on. I will come back to this issue near the end of question period. Will the Honourable Leader of the Government in the House of Commons?
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker, but I think that little display of disrespect for that place is ubiquitous of how Conservative members treat this place. And in fact, Mr. Speaker, it is the very fact that they are trying to distract and make a mockery.
Colleagues. I'm going to ask the honourable member, the honourable members need I'm going to ask the honourable member from Lanark, Hastings, Addington to please. Sorry, forgive me. Lanark, Frontenac. Forgive me, the honourable member from Lanark, Frontenac and Kingston to please not take the floor when he is not recognized to do so. Now, colleagues, I do not know if the Honourable Minister had finished her answer because I was not able to hear her. So I'm going to ask the Honourable Minister to start from the top.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think this shameful display of disrespect from the Conservative members of Parliament for this place is on display today, and it is exactly how they have been operating for the past couple of weeks. Mr. Speaker, it is time for them to stop filibustering and obstructing the work of Parliament. It is time for them to start respecting this place, respecting the work we do here on behalf of Canadians. We have deposited up to 29,000 pages worth of documents. They need to stop these games and let everybody get back to work on behalf of Canadians. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I'm going to ask the honourable member from St. Margaret, South Shore, to please not take the floor. And to all colleagues, we are wasting a fair bit of time. And to making sure that members get going, we might have to cut a couple of questions from today. So let us make sure that we follow up very carefully and we listen to instructions. The
Honourable Member for Mégantic-l'Érable. What time is it for? It's time for the Minister to fire the Minister of Official Languages. He says he's an Indigenous person, even though he's not. He claims his great-grandmother is Cree, and that's false. He's not the Randy from the texts who runs GHI, but we now know that there's only one Randy in the company. Worse still, the company in which he's a shareholder received government contracts while he was in cabinet. The Minister of Official Languages must do the only honourable thing, resign in shame. Will the Prime Minister fire his imposter of a minister? The Honourable Government House Leader. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Minister has answered this question. He has said what he said at committee, and this is absolutely false, what they're saying. The Conservatives need to stop these partisan and political games. They don't lead us anywhere. They need to respect this place and allow it to return to work and to make sure we can all do the work that Canadians have sent us here for. I would ask everyone once again to be very judicious in the choice of the words they use. The Honourable Member for Mégantic-l'Érable. Mr. Speaker, the Minister of Official Languages is not only an imposter, he's a chameleon. He will stop at nothing to advance his own interests. Suddenly, he's the journalist and political commentator at Radio-Canada and Les Affaires, even though he's never written a single article. Then there's all the other Randys. The Indigenous Randy, the Randy who isn't him, the business partner Randy, the text message Randy. Sorry. I keep interrupting the member, but now he's skating on the other side of the line. He's referring to the first name of a minister, and, well, regardless, he's made 5 references to this, and this is not okay. So I ask the honourable member to find another way of asking his question, and I ask him to start his question again, please. Mr. Speaker, there's a quite simple way to end the use of the name Randy in this House, to use the name of the other Randy. It's if the Prime Minister would fire the Minister of Official Languages. When will the Prime Minister end this big masquerade and fire all the Randys? He could even hit a home run by just firing the Minister of Official Languages. Will the Prime Minister fire this imposter of a Minister of Official Languages? Truly, you have put me in a very uncomfortable situation. The Honourable Government House Leader. Mr. Speaker, this is unbelievable what the Conservative members are doing today. They are showing they have no respect for this place, for democracy in Canada, or as what you're saying as Speaker of this House. There are Canadians who are watching the circus that they are doing on the other side, and the Conservative members are making a joke of this place. It is the seat of our democracy, and this is really shameful. Thank you.
Bonne réponse.